The first thing that I'm going to do is go to the audio files and download them all into my desktop folder. So I am drawing a bounding box, right-clicking, downloading, and in this case, in most PCs, all large files are put into a zip file. In this case, it's down here in my lower left-hand thing where it says Drive Download. I can also go into Files. And I'm going to do that right now just to show you in Download. Here's my zip. So I'm going to double click on it. And then I need to extract all. And I'm going to, remember this browse button? I'm going to put it into a folder on my desktop. So I'm heading in here, desktop. I'm creating a new folder. You might have already done this, and this is going to be called Practice Audio Test Kelly, and that's the file convention that we use. So I'm going to select that folder, and I'm going to extract all of them in. Okay, so do I have all the files? Yes, I do. Awesome. Now what I'm going to do is kind of look at my script. So here's my script, and my script is very short and simple. It says I'm going to start with music, then I'm going to hear the narration and outing at the park. We're going to hear children playing. Then there's another sentence, 2 sentences. Then there's going to be a gnat explosion with cars crashing. Then we're going to have this, a meow, an ending, and then we're ending with music. So we're starting and ending with music. So that's kind of important. And my next job now is to start Adobe Audition. And a lot of you did not do this. You weren't super successful in doing this part, and this is really important. And so the very first thing you need to do is to go to File, New, Multi-Track Session, and this time we will be using multiple tracks. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to title it in all caps, no spaces, Practice Audio Test Kelly. Okay, and then I'm going to go to Browse, and right now it's just going into my last thing, the Gnat Sound Hunt. So I don't want it to go there. So I go to Desktop. I find Practice Audio Test Kelly. I'm going to select that folder, and then I'm going to press OK. Okay, so this is what it looks like right now. If yours doesn't look like this, you did something wrong. And the telltale for me is if I look up here and I can see what the file name is. Editor, practiced audio test Kelly.sesx. So when I walk around, this is what I should see. The next thing I'm going to do is import my audio clips. So I'm going to go import, file, and again, last time I did it, I was in Gnat Sound Hunt. I'm not there anymore. So I'm going to go into desktop, look for practice audio test, and everything should be in here. I'm going to put all of these in. I'm going to click on there's 2 ways I can do it. One is I can do a bounding box. The other one is I can click on the first one and then click on the last one with the shift button down. The other thing I can do is hold the control button down and click on each one. Okay, so I'm going to do all of that. Open. And they're all here in the upper left-hand corner. The first thing that I'm going to do right now is put in narration, and I'm going to chop the narration into the different parts of my script. So I'm going to put narration here. Okay. I'm going to say okay. And sometimes I just like to kind of figure out where my stuff is. So I don't know if you just saw what I did, but I clicked on track 1, turns into a white box, and I'm going to put this as narration. So I can kind of keep track of where that is. All right. And now I'm going to click on this, and I'm going to listen to it, and I'm going to chop it into the parts that I need. So let me put it on.
An outing at the park. Children playing, shouting, snacking, eating, all under the watchful eye of their parents.
Okay, so if I go back to that script, an outing at the park is by itself, then it keeps going until the parking lot. So I'm going to do just those two things. All right, so I'm putting it here and I'm going to play.
An outing at the park.
Okay, now I pressed the stop button, not the pause button, and that's pretty important. If I press the pause button, I can't do what I'm about to do. So I'm going to press stop. And this line, this is kind of easy because there's a big blank space between the two things. And so I want to cut it right